Remember when everyone played Animal Crossing New Horizons? The game came out at a perfect time. Winter was turning to spring, flowers were blooming, and one's island would become a tropical paradise. There's a global pandemic that forced everyone to be inside. Fun fact, the game came out the day after my last day at my job. I thought I would have 2 weeks to play the game and then get settled to the process before I had to go back. It has been over a year and a half. Anyway, that job wasn't good for my back, and I can't return to it without risking serious injury, so maybe the pandemic did something good for me? Oh yeah, Animal Crossing, right. So, I don't think I need to talk about what an absolute global phenomenon New Horizons became. People held weddings, graduations, and birthday parties in the game, including me. I made a little scavenger hunt for my boyfriend's 21st birthday, and I invited all of his friends. It was fun. So, if you look at my Switch, Animal Crossing New Horizons is my most played game by far. Comparing it to my Steam games, it's my most played game entirely if you don't combine regular Skyrim and the Special Edition. So, I've played the game. And in playing the game, I've noticed a lot of things that range from minor annoyances that should have been fixed to huge issues that I think really bog down the game. So I want to present suggestions to the game that would either be easy fixes or otherwise use pre-existing systems. Nothing like adding Tortimer Island or the Roost or anything like that. Just little quality of life changes that I enjoy. So let's go. First off, mass purchasing clothes from the Able sisters. You ever go to the Able sisters and you see a really cool top or dress or something that catches your eye, but you absolutely cannot decide on a color, so you just want to buy them all? Or a completionist type that wants to fill up your whole catalog so you have to buy every color? Or you see a bunch of different tops that you like? Have fun buying the clothes one by one because the fitting room only allows you to buy one item at a time from every clothing slot, and then you have to go through the same excruciating dialogue buttons over and over and over. Like, what infuriates me about this process is that you can't just buy it. You gotta go through this, process of the dialogue to just buy one jacket. It's absolutely infuriating. The way that I would fix this, you'd buy things with a sort of shopping cart system. You just pick little check marks next to the items you want to buy. It kind of breaks the whole fitting room thing, but in real life, fitting rooms are just for trying things on. You can try on multiple pairs of jeans and multiple t-shirts and you buy them all in one go without wearing them out. So next, going into the fitting room while under a wand would then prompt Mabel to ask you to disable the wand. On the topic of clothing, I want to talk about the wand system. I use the wands a lot, setting up little cosplays or outfits for my villager. Currently, I'm dressed up as Dante. However, when I want to go browse what Mabel and Sable have in stock, I get interrupted by Mabel talking about how I'm under the effect of the wand. A bit annoying, but at least she'd ask me if I want to disable the wand effect before I enter the fitting room, right? That would be the natural course of events. No, that's not what happens. I have to exit the dialogue button, open up my inventory, grab the wand, and turn off the enchantment. I can't even use the D-pad to pull out the wand super easily because the D-pad is disabled indoors. I have to go into my inventory, which takes another second. It may sound like a small issue, but all of this filler time opening menus and dialogue bubbles adds up, and it just gets me so mad. It would be such a simple fix. Mabel can just ask, would you like to turn off your wand outfit? And you can just disable it from there. Or maybe something with better phrasing, I don't know. Just let Mabel ask the player to disable the enchantment and then go buy the clothes. This would also include the dream system, because apparently this issue also persists with trying to go to sleep and then go to Luna's service. This is something that I discovered when I was wrapping up the video and refreshing my island's dream before I started to put this video together, so I didn't know that that was a thing until now. Next up, mass selecting items to put away or sell. This next fix is another one where it'd just shave off a few seconds of time, but in the long run would then save you a lot of time. When selling things at Nook's Cranny, you have to select each item one by one. The full inventory takes probably, 4 seconds to select everything if you're fast like me and you're just slamming the A button and moving the joystick. Even then, I managed to miss some items on occasion, or double click to deselect it. Why not have the ability to mass select everything? Select an item on, say, the upper left-hand corner of your inventory, and hold down the A button, and then you stretch your joystick to the bottom right-hand corner, and then you release it. All the items you highlighted are now selected. It would be similar to using a file explorer on your computer. It would be just a little fix, but it would save a lot of time. Not only would this work for selling at Nooks, but it'd be even more beneficial for putting items away in your at-home storage. It takes even more time to put a massive amount of items away, because you have to click on each one of them individually and either move the joystick up once or down twice to select the right option, maybe even more if there's more options, and then hit A. I've learned to do it very fast, but I still mess up, and not everyone can be as fast as me. Selecting a chunk of items to then put away would be such a helpful change, even more so than using it for selling at Nooks. Next up, mass ordering or purchasing items. Speaking of doing things in massive chunks, here's something I think everyone would agree is an annoyance that should have been changed. I want to buy things in bulk, whether it be when a leaf comes into town and I want to buy a bunch of bushes or flowers, or wanting to stock up on stuff like customization kits. There's either the option to buy either one item at a time or 5 in bulk. Let's say I want to have a pathway that I want to decorate with 50 bushes, or I want to buy 50 customization kits just to have them. Great! I now have to go through the dialogue tree 10 times to purchase the amount of items I want. You know what would fix this? Being able to buy exactly the number of items you want. Other games do this. Pokemon, Zelda, Skyrim. Games that don't do this and make you buy items one by one don't have this time-consuming dialogue tree. Instead, they just let you slam the A button to pretty much buy in bulk or hold down a key to stock up. In previous Animal Crossing games, when inventory spaces were more limited, I can kind of understand why they don't have this. But in New Horizons, there's more stackable items. There's this giant array of inventory space. You're encouraged to have a lot of items on you. Say you're gonna buy, 250 customization kits, but you only have 4 inventory slots left. Once you hit 200, the screen can shake or something or roll over to 1 to show you that you don't have enough space. It'll be similar to how Pokemon informs you that you don't have enough money to purchase more than X amount of items. Next up, mass crafting items. Anyone who's crafted fishing bait has known this pain. Having to craft items one by one, going through the same cutscene to build the item, going back into the menu and selecting the item and starting the process all over again is all tedious. It's infuriating. Such an easy solution would just be a little option on the menu that says something along the lines of craft how many, and would allow you to select a number, only stopping you when you would run out of available items in your inventory. It could roll over to 1 again, similar to my idea for mass purchasing items. Easy fix. Next, pulling crafting materials from your home storage. This one is kind of a no-brainer, the ability to pull crafting materials from your home storage to craft items if you're crafting in your house. The stacks of materials are so small and inventory space is so limited, and the process of going through the crafting menu is so tedious that it makes going back to your storage to be a pain to grab your items. Or say that you're scrolling through your DIY list and you weren't planning to craft this specific table or chair. Oops, you don't have the materials in your inventory. Now you have to exit out of the crafting menu, open up your storage, grab the items, go back in, and it requires clay, not stone. Time to start that process all over again. If you're able to pull crafting materials from your storage automatically, you wouldn't have to go into your storage in the first place and waste time. Next up, bigger stacks of raw materials. On the topic of bulk items and crafting materials, I want to talk about something that really annoys me and is probably the primary reason why my storage space is near to bursting. The raw material stacking. The maximum amount of items in a stack is really annoying to me, and I think the numbers should be a bit higher. Let's see what they are. Wood, 30. Iron, stone, clay, and gold, 30. Tree branches and bamboo, 30. Ornaments and heart crystals, 30. Pine cones, pearls, acorns, 30. Fruit, flowers, mushrooms, and wasp nests, 10. Maple leaves, cherry blossoms, snowflakes, and seashells, 10. Star fragments, 10. Pumpkins and bamboo shoots, 10, and weeds is 99. This isn't a comprehensive list, but you get the picture. Personally, these stacks are way too small and clog up your home storage. I would increase everything except the weeds by 20. Stacks of 50 would be for the more common items that are already at 30, and stacks of 30 for the less common items that are already at 10. Maybe even bump up maple leaves, cherry blossoms, and snowflakes up to 50. These are flat-shaped items. It doesn't make sense that you can only hold 10 of them in one slot. They should stack. Next up, buying DIYs. I used to be so excited to go to my various villagers' houses to see what DIYs they were working on. There was always something new and fun at first. Whenever a villager would be crafting something, I couldn't wait to see what new items could be built and displayed around the island. Same goes for whenever a message in a bottle washes up to shore. Now I just getting repeat DIYs, and I realize that there aren't as many as I hoped for. And it's always Raymond building them, so I keep getting these smug exclusive recipes. My solution to this would be to have a rotating stock of DIYs at Nooks that would always have ones that the player does not have. I'm coming from this from the perspective of someone who doesn't have anyone else living on their island, so this might be a bit difficult. Perhaps it can be one that at least one person on the island doesn't have, or one that absolutely nobody has. If there's one person on the island that has every single DIY possible, then it would sell one that the remaining people on the island do not have. Not every DIY would be purchased at Nooks. First off, they would comply with the seasons. A maple leaf DIY wouldn't be sold in the spring. Holiday ones wouldn't be sold either. Basically, only the ones that you could buy would be the ones that villagers can craft, ones that wash up to shore, or ones that come in balloons. I want all the cherry blossom DIYs, dang it, I wasn't able to collect them all. Next up, customizing purchased items. Bit of a backstory for this one. So I wanted to try and recreate Dante's office from Devil May Cry 3. I had everything ready for it. The couches, the clutter, the instruments. All that remained was his desk. And I knew the perfect item for his desk, the den desk. The den desk looked just like his desk in either dark or red wood. I would go over to Nooks and hope that it's there. But I would only ever see the white variant. After a bit of digging and research, I learned that each purchased item, whatever is sold at Nooks, is only available in one variant per island. You only get new variants from either shaking trees or trading with other players. Thus began my hunt on various Animal Crossing Discord servers, asking around and looking for someone with a darker red desk. I don't remember how long it took me, but I found someone and we traded. My quest was finally finished. I completed Dante's office, but at the cost of my sanity.
Price to pay.
Dante's office recreated in Animal Crossing?
I'm kidding, but it was really annoying. You know what could have been an easy fix for this? The ability to customize the furniture that you buy at Nooks. Similar to paying Cyrus to customize furniture in New Leaf, I would want an ability in New Horizons that does the same thing. Since Cyrus's role seems to be associated with the wedding season event in June, he wouldn't move in on the main island, so we'd have to find someone else to fix up our furniture. Perhaps it could be an upgrade to the Nook phone, or buying a special customization kit that perhaps costs a bit extra. You would have to shell out some bells or Nook miles to unlock the ability in the first place, but you'd still have the ability, and then you can finish furnishing your little demon hunter's office with no hassle of going around on forums and getting frustrated. A related idea would be unlocking the other color variants of items you buy with Nook Mile tickets. My suggestion, you buy an upgrade with Nook Mile tickets to get it. Not everyone has friends with the exact color variants you want. Not everyone wants to go through the hassle of asking some stranger to buy 10 light poles because you want to decorate your island. I suspect that Nintendo did this to encourage playing with friends, but it really is annoying. Next up, outside or plant storage. This one would be another island upgrade thing. The ability to store plants and whatnot. Maybe not in your home storage, but in an island-wide outdoor storage. My island is utterly overgrown with hybrids, but I don't want to dispose of them because I may have an idea for how I want to decorate my island and I would need specific colors. A while back, I wanted to line my island with white and pink flowers, and I had to breed a bunch of pink flowers to do so, but then I scrapped those pathways. Now I have a bunch of pink flowers, but I don't want to get rid of them. But I don't have a place to put them. In New Leaf, you could put flowers in your home storage, but now in New Horizons, only picked flowers or flower seeds can be stored. I want a sort of storage that would hold trees, flowers, and bushes that could then be planted again. This outdoor storage upgrade could be another upgrade that one buys with Nook Mile tickets, and accessing it could involve perhaps a box that's inside Town Hall, or a permanent outdoor installation that would be similar to the campsite, or an item that you can buy and then place around town. Pressing the D-pad to open it from anywhere like an indoor storage would be an issue because outdoors, the D-pad is used to cycle through tools. Perhaps it could be holding down, say, the ZL button and pressing the right button on the D-pad if we're going with this access from anywhere idea. Now, the island editor. Finally, my biggest issue. If I had a genie that would grant me 3 wishes, my first wish would be to fix all my health problems. Second wish would be to have a ton of money. Third wish would be the ability to, quote, download skills into my brain so I can master them immediately. And then once I'm done granting wishes, I would lament the fact that I forgot that I wanted to have an island editor in New Horizons. See, the island editor is a bit of a no-brainer of an idea. In Happy Homes Designer, you can move around furniture and trees and whatnot in the outdoor area of whatever house you were furnishing without, digging holes or whatever. Just drag and drop. There's also the indoor drag and drop editor that's already in New Horizons, whether it be in your house or in Photopia. Naturally, you would expect the island itself to have an outdoor editor.
It does not.
Not only does the lack of an outdoor editor mean that you're gonna be spending more and more time shuffling around items, but you're also just gonna struggle with placing items down from the get-go. You know what the indoor editor allows you to do? Rotate items on top of furniture, place items in the center of 2x2 furniture, and rotate items in tight spaces, all off the top of my head. You know what you can't do by just pushing and pulling? Those exact things. An island editor where you can easily pull items around, depositing them where you think it works best, and then fixing it if you don't like where it is would make decoration such an ease. The biggest thing I was looking forward to in this game was decorating, but due to the fact that it takes so long to clean an area and move things around to begin with, I just don't bother anymore. My island's a mess. Giving up. Just depositing things down in front of me and having to dig plants and twist things is so tedious, and it takes all the fun out of it. Coupling an island editor with prior ideas, such as the outdoor storage, would really reduce headaches and make the game a much more enjoyable experience for me. Not only would it be good for decorating, but for cleanup. You can select a bunch of items at once and then send them all to your storage instead of having to pull a bunch of weeds and shovel a ton of flowers. Well, this video was something that I've thought about for a while now. Things that I would change to improve my experiences in the game would just pop in my head while playing. I commend the people who have managed to work around it and create some really amazing islands. Like, seriously, I am blown away by people's creativity and ability to just move things around. But not everyone can adapt to these systems that are already in the game. I am kind of losing my faith in New Horizons. Nintendo said that there would be 3 years of continuous updates, and they started out strong. They would include new holidays and events, even if some holidays were less than ideal. Like that disgusting yellow rabbit. But as time went on, updates became just putting out a new item or two for certain holidays. And besides the wedding season event in June, which is my favorite holiday in the game, I haven't been really excited to replay these holiday events and play more of the game, because there hasn't been anything new. That would be fine if the gameplay mechanics were more intuitive and less tedious, so that I could then focus on improving my island. But it's not. I just abandoned it. I feel like these fixes could improve the game and make me want to return to it, and make more people return to it. I understand that in the end, Animal Crossing is a children's chore game, but I want it to feel more like a game and put less emphasis on the chore part. If you're interested in seeing what my island looks like, my dream address is on screen and in the description. It's an utter mess with some cool looking areas, so I hope you enjoy it and make fun of it all you want. Thank you for watching my video, and if you have any ideas of your own for the game, I would love to hear them in the comments. If you really liked the video, consider leaving a like and maybe subscribing to my channel. If you really like the video and you want to support me, I don't have a Patreon, but I do have a Ko-fi, so if you want to drop me a donation, link's in the description. In the end, I just do this for fun in my free time, and I hope you have fun as well. Thank you, and I hope you have a nice day.